Hi, welcome to Haunted Playthings. It's Susan Fox. I was thinking about the conversation that we had last week about all the comments that people put on the Haunted Doll postings about I'm sorry and I didn't mean to look in your eyes and God help me, all that kind of stuff. We talked about that a little bit last week. I decided to talk to the dolls about it. And I've been up here for 5 or 10 minutes. I did a tarot reading. I did some Ouija work. I've got my pendulum. I've got my dowsing rods. And I've been up here talking to everybody. There's a ton of them up here, actually, which kind of works to their advantage in a way because they can kind of hide behind that. It's sort of like on the internet where you feel a little more free to say whatever you're thinking because it's hard for anyone to know exactly who you are. And it's that way with the dolls. There's so many of them that I don't always know which one is saying what, so they kind of take advantage of that. But it was sort of interesting what they had to say. I kind of felt like it was just a superstitious kind of thing, but some of the darker energies that I have up here, I can show you a couple of the darker dolls. I think maybe you can see them from here. Um, I've got this one who's a darker energy. Otis is definitely a darker energy. This one here, she's a darker energy. So I'm not exactly sure who it was coming from, but what they did have to say was that indeed, yes, it is helpful for you to make those comments because they say that their negative energy can attach to you and that they do seek people out that that aren't that aren't protected in some way. A lot of my paranormal followers, they already do saging and prayer and vibration and ritual work. So, I don't worry so much about them as I do a general lay person who, is just coming across the haunted dolls and, feel the need to say something like that. Perhaps it's a good thought. Um, but let's ask them again while I've got them on camera. But spirits, is it possible for you to reach out and put negativity on someone who's viewing you online? Yes. Are you able to see the people or feel the people that are looking at you online? Yes. If they say a protective statement like "I'm sorry" or if they avoid eye contact with you, does that make it more difficult for you to put negative energy on them? Yes. Well, that's pretty interesting. My tarot reading, I did get the Magician, which means that someone's possibly hiding something, trying to, perhaps have an innocent appearing exterior, but really be harboring something negative. I got the Devil, which is what made me think it was the darker spirits that were answering me more so than just my everyday people ghosts. And then I also got Death, which, I mean, we are talking to a bunch of dead people, so it's really not so odd that I got that. But I'm going to sit here and do some more work with them, some Ouija and some different stuff, and just see what I get. So if I find out anything interesting, I'm going to turn the camera back on and let you guys know, all right? Bye.